Hey, good afternoon. This is Sonny with Gemstones Loose Incorporated, and today we're going to take you on an adventure because we are out on an adventure. We are in La Paz County, and it's pretty dry out here. Even the cholla are struggling. So we have to make sure we have a lot of water and are drinking constantly. The temperatures are perfect because this is winter time in Arizona, so we're looking at 72, 75 degrees, and it's really nice. So I was going to talk about some of the material we have. This is a newer claim for us, and we're pretty excited about it. I showed some of the material when we were at the Flag Gem and Mineral Show in Mesa. And so today we're going to kind of take you on an adventure with us so you can kind of see what we have out here. This particular claim was originally a gold claim. We are not looking for gold here because we're more interested in gemstones, so we're looking for things that are turquoisey. But there's so much more here, and every time we're here we find more interesting material. Sometimes it's just specimen grade, sometimes we can actually make it into cabochons. So it's what's nice about having time learning how to cut material. I kind of know what to look for a little bit. It's not always going to happen. Sometimes it looks like it's going to be something exciting, and by the time you take it to the wheel, it just doesn't work the way it should. But for the most part, you can kind of, the more you work with material on the cabbing machine, when you're out looking for things, you can actually find stuff that's actually going to work for you. So you become pickier when you're picking things up. You're not just like, when I first started rock hounding, everything went into my bag. But now I'm a little pickier. I want to make sure that what I'm bringing home, especially if it's taking up space in the car, is worthwhile. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff we collected today. We have micaceous or spectral hematite. I hope you can see it here. I'll pick it up. This one, during the day, this is really spectacular because it really shows up and it really sparkles. And I already have ideas actually for jewelry for this one. But it's just really pretty. It's got a lot of sparkle to it. You've probably seen hematite cabbed out before. This one, when I do work with it, I'm not going to cab it completely over because I want to keep that pretty look and that material like that. So it's almost like a drucy when it's set into something. And then we have even more in here, some with red, some with different colors. These aren't showing as well right now because we're in the shade and it's late in the day, but boy, do they just pop midday. They are something else. And then we've got different things with chrysocolla, possible turquoise mixtures with hematite. Some of these I won't know until I actually try to slice them. This one I just found interesting. This may have possibilities once it's sliced. Some of it may fracture, but we won't know until you know what's on the inside. I have a feeling that this one's going to have possibility. And then we have a whole bucket of it here as well. There's one down here. It's really cool. And I don't think this one's necessarily going to go all the way through, but it's got a little bit of dioptase and possible gem silica through here. It's just really a neat specimen, and that's probably going to be hoarded by me when I get home. Just saying. And then we've got a lot more in here as well. Some of these may come up to something, some of them may not. A lot of them have the spectral hematite or micaceous hematite mixed in with the chrysocolla. So some of it I can tell. I already know it's going to look amazing because I did cab a couple test cabs up. We just have to wait and see. So now that I kind of showed you what we found, we're going to go this way and kind of take a look at the area because it's exciting. So we go this way. We've been finding lizards all morning, all afternoon long. And I have a great lizard video, which I may show later. And this way, you do have to be careful for cacti and other animals. And it's still fun and exciting. It's part of the fun of gemstones is not just, you know, getting to wear it. A lot of the fun of purchasing jewelry and purchasing gemstones is the story behind it, and it's part of the adventure. You know, not a lot of people get to be as lucky as we do, where we have a claim and we can go out and explore all this fun stuff. You know, a lot of it you have to tell the person, well, you know, not only did I make this, but you know, in my situation, you know, I found it as well, and it's part of a claim that we claimed, and you know, I found it. That's the first adventure, being able to find it outdoors, but the second adventure is cutting the stone itself and figuring out what is actually going to be pretty and make beautiful jewelry. In this area, this is one of my favorite claims, not only because the material is fun for me, but also because the plant life is a lot of fun. We've got swallows on this claim, and pincushion cacti, and fishhook. There's just all kinds of things. You can even, I don't know if you can tell, but the moon is coming up over the hill, so we're getting a little late in the day, but it is really beautiful out here. Let's see, now let's go up this way. We're going to be a little bit safe, so I might not talk as much as I'm climbing through stuff. But there's all kinds of plants, and this particular claim, if you're looking for us, when we're looking for the hematite, midday is perfect for that. And a lot of times when you are out collecting, depending on what you're looking for and where you know seams and pockets are, if you're just doing surface collection, a lot of how you collect falls down to the time of day that you're collecting. This part of the day is not going to be a good time for collection. We know that for us, what we're looking for, 10 o'clock to maybe 2 o'clock, I have to watch it out here with the midday sun, because out here in the west it's particularly dry and it'll kick your rear. So you have a narrow window of time in the winter to come to this one, where some of our other claims it's at a little bit higher elevations and we can go out and have fun more during the rest of the year. So we're going to go this way and just take a look around because it's fun. And it's beautiful. That area through there is really picturesque. You see the sparrows. So pretty. Love it. So this is just one of the areas in the claim that there are some seams where you can kind of see where the chrysocolla possible turquoise mixture is. We still need to get that tested to know for certain if it's just chrysocolla, because some of the things that I've been cutting looked a little more like turquoise than they did chrysocolla. But we're going to go down in here and you can kind of see where some seams are. And we do have to be careful on this claim because there are shafts and stuff. We try to be real careful around there because we don't want any ER visits, because that's not a good time. But there is a lot of fun material for us to take a look at and play and see. Not everything that I find or we find is going to be gemstone quality material. But that's part of the fun of it. It's part of the adventure. And that's what makes it fun to come out here. It's like Easter egg hunting for adults. And it's a blast. I enjoy it personally. And, you know, I love being outdoors. It wasn't something when I was younger I loved to do, but I love doing it now. And the desert Southwest is incredibly gorgeous. And, you know, I think people think a lot with, you know, right now it's late in the day and some of the colors you don't see as well, but, you know, there's all these subtleties that are here that you don't see anywhere else. And this claim is fun because, you know, everything around it is kind of in light greens and tans, and then all of a sudden you have this dark starlight look to it because of the spectral hematite, and then you've got all this blue, it's just a blast. You know, hopefully in the future I'll be able to do this full time, but for now this is something we do when we can, when we have time off, and it makes me happy. Making jewelry makes me happy, and when people purchase it and I get to tell them about everything that we do to get it to that point, it's fun. I get to share that experience and get to share the adventure that I love with them. So when you're purchasing something that I've made, it's something, it has a story, it has an adventure with it. And that's fun for me, and hopefully it's fun for you as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight because we need to get back home soon, and just let you take this all in because this is absolutely gorgeous out here. Again, this is Sonny with Gemstones Loose Incorporated, signing off and saying goodnight.